Okay, I am doing both the recording and transcribe. So I'm recording is also picking my voice and transcribing. So all right. Uh, I think that has been activated. So let's kick start. Now this is the questions that we're solving. That we have the class question. Activity A, B, C, D, and E. And preceding activities are this, A. Then we also have the duration. So we're going to work more with the duration tonight, okay? We're going to work more with the duration. So let's start the drawing. If you notice A and B, their preceding activity is dash, dash. So whenever you have any preceding activities that is dash, the implication is that that activity is to start from the origin. Once your preceding activity is dash, that means your activity is to start from the origin. So let me draw my network now. So I will start drawing. Right? So my prayer that means so like this. Okay. Then this is going to be my A. My hand is straight like this tonight. The hand must not shake. So this is my A. And this so so this is my B. Sorry, this is not pressing again. Why is it not pressing? Just hold on, I'm checking. My system seems to be hanging. Just hold on. Oh God. This is it hanging. Apologies, I'm checking. Something is wrong with the system. It's not even responding again. Just apologies, I don't know what is wrong. My system just stopped working. It's not responding to anything. Can you guys hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Yes, we can hear you.
yeah, my system is not responding. So the only option I have is to restart the system. So if I'm going to restart, that means I will be off for like 2, 3 minutes. So it's because nothing is everything I'm clicking is not working. Yeah, I've not shut down this laptop for quite a while. So today I need to just force it to shut down. So please just give me 2, 3 minutes. Let me quickly restart the system. Once I'm back, I promise that I will start doing it. So I'll be out for like 2, 3 minutes. Let me pause it. Okay, I am back now. Let me try and load my documents. Just a minute, I'm trying to load my documents. All right, can you guys view my screen now? I think I'm good now. I'm good. Sorry. Can you guys view my screen, please? Hello?
Yes, I can see your screen.
You can. So I think everything is okay now. I don't know. Within just few seconds, that system just went black. Okay, so we are good now. I'm going to start the recording again. It has ended. So let me start the recording again. Okay, we are back. All right, so back to the questions now. Back to it. So this is the questions that I was trying to solve, right? So this is the question, same question that was solved for us in the class by Dr. Jobo. So we want to solve these questions from A to Z now. All right, so that's exactly what we want to do today. We want to solve it from A to Z. So I said that hypo, why are you loading? Download, John. Download. Sorry, the system just came up, so there are many of the applications that are trying to come up again. Okay, so activity A is starting from the origin, activity B is starting from the origin. Why do I know that they're starting from origin? Because both of them have new. You can see both of them have new. That is why how I know that they are both starting from the origin. Then activity C is to start from preceding is A, right? Then activity D, the preceding is B. So up to A, B, C, D, life is okay up to A, B, C, D. But where you are going to start facing challenges are those where you have more than one preceding activity. For example, activity E is to start from AD. That means you must find a way. I repeat, you must find a way to join A with D so that you can be able to now give birth to activity E. A and D must join together. Please take note of that too. Activity E is starting from where? AD. That means you must find a way to join A and D together so that you can form activity what? E. Then your activity F will start from where? From B. Now CEF will now give birth to what? G. That means you must find a way where activity CEF must join together so that you can now give birth to activity G. Then activity H is the end, which means that this your activity G will give birth to activity what? H. So that's just the trick or what you need to understand about the question. So let's start now. So activity A and B both are starting from the origin. So this is my origin. So I'm going to give birth to activity A. Okay. So I'll call this A. Then it also give birth to, I pray that my hand is straight like this tonight. B. Yeah. So this is my activity A and B. So once you have done this now, using Dr. Jobo's formula, just do like this, done. This is also what? Done. Now, your activity C. Where is activity starting from? Please, somebody can unmute. I don't want to be alone, please. Someone should unmute so that we'll both be flowing together. Who want to serve as my assistant, not really assistant, my partner on this, so that we'll do it together. So someone should unmute. So activity C is starting from what? From A. So activity C is starting from where? From A. So I will go to where, yeah, thank you. I'll go to where my A is. Where this is where my A is, Abby. So I will form activity C. C. Okay. Now, so what's the next one now? So this one too, you do, you can see activity D. Activity what? D is also from
B.
where? From B.
B.
So you go like this. Yeah, thank you. So you form your activity D. So this is where you have your B. So you just give, so this is your activity what? D. Okay. Then that's D. What's the next one now? Now let's move on now. You can see activity E is AD. So A and D must give birth together to form activity what? E. Activity what? E. Oh, who is that? A and D must come together to form, hello, to form activity what? Activity E. So look at our activity A. Yeah, this is our activity A. This is our activity D. So which means that we have to bring A and D here so that they will not form. So if you, hello, let me do that for you first of all. Let me do that. If you bring this one here now, you now say you form activity E, you will discover that it has violated the principle of networking, right? It has violated one of the principles because the principle state that two activity cannot commence and end together. Okay, two activities cannot start and end together. So because of that principle now, what you will do instead is that this is A, this is D. You can't bring D to meet A because it's like both A and B, they are joining and ending together. So that violated the rule. So what you will do instead is you will use dummy to connect your A with what? With D. So I am drawing my dummy now. Yeah, this is D. So you will use dummy to connect A with D. So this is now your E. This is going to be your E. But let's check. Where is that E going to? That would now decide how I'm going to draw it. So, so E, C, E, F, we give birth to G. Abi, C, E, F,
Yes.
hello. C, E,
Yes.
F, we give birth to G. So that means
G.
my E must not be far away from my C, CEF, right? This is D. So CEF must give birth to what? To G. So that means if I have my C here, then my E, I must draw my E to go and meet C. Okay? If this is my E now, so I already have C and E. So let's check F. Where is F? What is F now? F. So this one is done.
B.
F is hello, sorry, network. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me? It is
Yes, I
network
can hear
problem,
you.
and it is network problem, and we're also discussing network too. So both of them are showing the same paper. So you see now, we already have C and E. C and E. We already have C and E. So what is missing now is what? Is F. Remember that C, E, F must give birth to G. So F is coming from where? From B. Okay. Now, you now look for B. You have to look for B. This is B. So F is coming from B. So this B now, you must take B to meet with these three. So if B comes here, if B come here, if B come here now, you have what? This is F.
F.
So what you have at this junction now? You have C
C.
here, you have E here, you also have F here. So this is our CEF. So this will now give birth to what? It will give birth to
G.
G. G. Abi? CEF give birth to G. Then what's the last one now? G will now give birth to what? H. Abi?
Yes.
Thank you. H. So that is the end of the drawing, guys. That is the end of the drawing. Please, who does not understand this drawing so that I can repeat it again for the last time? I want to move on to critical path analysis of this one now. I did not understand. Please speak now. I'm holding on for a few seconds. I want question on this drawing. Okay. If no one is going to speak, let me just explain it again, what we've just done here now. If you check A and B, they are both, I think my drawing is better today. I'm happy with what I did. My A and B are coming from the origin. Okay. Now C is from A, D is from B. I'm even interpreting it. C is from A, D is from B. Then AD must give birth to E. But I can't bring my D to A. If I bring my D to A, what it means is that I have violated one of the rules of networking. Okay, we state that two activities cannot start at the same time. Because if I do that now, imagine I took my D to A and I form my C. That means I will be having two activities starting at. It seems some people don't understand that rule. Let me see. Let me explain that rule again. Let me draw it again, explaining that rule. See, something is telling me that some people does not understand the rule I've just explained now. So I have the inspiration that I must repeat that rule so that everybody will understand it. So don't worry, I will draw. This is origin. This is A. This is B. I want to explain that rule again. Something is telling me that some people did not get it, even though they refuse to talk. A, B. Then C is from A. This is C. Okay. Then D is from B. This is okay. Now D is from B. Now look at it now. We now say E is AD. So if I bring this one here to form my D, I will now say I'm forming my E. You can see E. This will now be E. So this has violated the rule of networking. Why? Because I am starting two different things are starting together from the same origin. And the rule of networking states that two activity cannot start from the same origin. Two activities. C is starting from AD. E is starting from AD. That is not correct. So that was why we had to use dummy here for G, because you cannot have these two activities starting from the same origin. C is starting from the same place. E is also starting from the same place. That's violated. So this is wrong. So that was the reason why I decided to use what? A dummy to link up my C with D. Okay, so I believe that is correct now. That should be clear to us. So the next thing now is that I want to do my. So let's calculate the timing now. Let's impute the timing. So I want to advance beyond what we are taught. So if you want to do that now, you have to break this into two. Okay, so divide it into two like this. You divide your row. So make this thing. Don't be selfish with your circle. Oh. Make your circle big. I love this particular circle. My hand is so straight. Eh? You people should clap for me now. My hand is straight tonight. I did not draw rubbish. So you break your circle like this. Okay, once you have break it, now let's enter the duration for each of them. A, please help me. Oh. A is 2, B is 5. So A is 2, B is 5. A is 2. B is what? 5. You enter your duration. Then what about C and D? C is
7.
7. D is 4. C is 7. D is 4. Ah, who be that? Who be that? Then what about what is our E and F? E is 8. F is 2. E is 8. F is 2. So E is 8. Where is our F? F is 2. Okay. Then you now do your G and H. G is 6. H is 7. G is 6. H is what? 7. So this is the next thing you do. Now, after you have done this now, then you now need to calculate your forward part and backward part. Please note, if you can write it down, your forward part will give birth to earliest start time. Okay, you can write it somewhere. Your forward part, okay, let me type it. We give birth to earliest start time. And your backward part will give birth to latest finish time. Let me type it here now. Let me type it. Note, forward part will give birth to EST. EST means earliest start time. Okay. And backward part will give birth. Is it correct? Is it proper English using the word give birth? Nobody's giving birth here now. Anyway, we give birth to latest finish time. That is LFT. So note this one at the back of your mind. So forward part means you are starting from the origin and moving forward. While backward part means from the destination, you are walking back to the origin. So that is the difference between your forward part and backward part. Let me explain again. Forward part means from your origin, you are moving to destination. While backward part means from your destination, you are moving to what? To your origin. Now, before you do that, before you do forward part, we can quickly calculate, we can quickly identify all the critical parts. Critical part. What is critical part? Let's define critical part. Critical part is the route with the highest duration. Okay. Critical part is the route with the highest duration. You know, sometimes, let me tell you a gist, something that happened to me. It happened maybe, I think it was last year or 2 years ago. I was around Anthony area. Okay. So I went for a meeting with a friend of mine, we were two. So I was running late for the meeting. So and we left with one vehicle. I just told the guy, don't worry, you can be going back to the office with this vehicle. When I'm done, I will just use Uber or something to find my way back to the office. So my friend left, so I was alone. So when I was done with my meeting around afternoon time, I ordered for a ride. When I checked my phone, I discovered that from where I was, Anthony, back to my office, somewhere around Kudira Tabiola, it should not take like 20 minutes. And I checked it was showing about maybe about 10 kilometers or thereabouts. So when the Uber man came, instead of the Uber man to just follow the normal route, this guy now went through, I think somewhere, he went to go and connect on Mainland Bridge or something to drop. This guy was just going too far away. I was like, okay, where I'm going is not far now. So it was someone that now gave me a gist that sometimes when these people see that wherever they're going is not far, they might take you through a longer route so that they can earn more money. So probably what that guy did for me was critical route. He went to use a very long route for me to get to my destination. But there are also shortcuts. But under networking, we always follow what the concept of what critical route. So critical path. So that critical path basically is the path with the highest duration. That's your critical path, where you have the highest duration. Now, let's check the critical path for this question now. Critical path is basically anywhere you can take from the origin to destination. Anywhere you can take. So if you look at this now, let's follow the upper part now. You know, we can do A, C, G, and H. We are at destination, Abi. Then if we are not following A, C, G, and H, we can also do B, F, G, H. That's another critical part, Abi. You know, objective is for us to get to destination H, Abi. If you don't want to follow that route, we can do B, D, E, G, H. So in this question now, we have how many critical parts? Three critical parts, Abi. Now, each of the critical parts, we must identify them. So the first critical part is A plus C plus G plus H. So we have one, A plus C plus G plus H. That's the first critical plus G plus H. Then the second critical part is what? B, F, G, H. B, F, G, H. So we have B plus G plus F plus H. Then the third critical part is B, D, E, G, H. B, D. Please, someone should remind me. B, D, E, G, H.
B, D,
E, H. So
H
these are the
plus
various
H.
that is all. These are the various routes that we can actually take to finish this class. Now you will now calculate the time for each of these critical parts. So wherever you have the highest duration, that is your critical part. Anywhere you know that will give you the highest. So let's calculate now. A is 2, 7, 6, 7. So this one will be 2 plus
2,
7
plus
6
6 plus 7
plus 6 plus 7, right?
7.
Then
Yes.
you can do it. Then the second one is 5, 2, 6, 7. 5, 2,
5 plus
6,
2 plus 6 plus 7.
7. So you calculate it. The third one is BD. That's 5, 4, 8, 6, 7. 5, 5, 4,
plus 4
8,
plus 8
6,
plus
7.
plus
Oh
7.
yeah. Can you guys give me the time for each of them?
Okay.
This
Nice.
one is 9 plus 13. That should be 22. This one is this one should be 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 6, 13. This one should be 20. Then this one is what? This one should be 30. Yeah. So who can tell me A 1, 2, 3? Which one is our critical part here? Anybody? Fast pass, bonus. Who can tell me the critical part here? The critical part is the root what? B, D, E, G, and H, because it produces the longest duration. So critical part is that part that gives you the longest duration. So now that we've known the critical part now, can we do the forward part and backward part quickly? So what's going to be the forward part now? So note, your forward part is your earliest start time. So you can call it, I don't have enough space, EST. Just, I don't know how you're going to write it. So just put EST somewhere here. Earliest start time. Then your backward part is your latest finish time, LFT. So this now, you need to write it for all the cells. You need to write it. This one is EST. You shall understand, Abi. Me, I'm drawing EST. So just know that you have to write this thing across all like that. So the one on the left is your earliest start time. The one on the right is your latest finish time. So from the origin, both must be 0. There is even a mistake that we made in the class, so I will tell you the mistake. Both must be 0 from the origin. From the origin, you are starting from point 0. Okay? From the origin, you are starting from point what? You are starting from point 0 from the origin. Now, if I move from for A now. So this is going to be 2 plus 0. It will give me 2 here. Do you understand me? Then this 2 plus 7. Now you have to hold on. Wherever you have like a, is it, what do we call it? Where there is a particular root, I don't know how to explain it in English, whereby there are many different activities that collided together. Okay. What you are going to do is that you are going to sum the duration for each of the activities, then it is the highest that you are going to input there. You can see this particular cells here now, this cells that my cursor is now. I hope you guys can see it. You can see where, thank God for the system just drew a star. Where you have this star, activity C join there, activity F join there, activity E join there. So the time you are going to take will be the highest of the three. Now, so once you have this now, just stop. Don't go further. Stop. Now, come to the next one here now. This one is 5. 5 plus 0, it gives us 5. Okay? Now, let's move on now. You can see, let me come here. 5 plus 4 will give us what? It will give us 9 here. Now, oh, what is this one doing for me now? Did I send you work? This will give me 9. It's not, it's drawing love this thing though. Yeah, thank God. 9. So look at my activity C now. How many parts clashes there? If you check, 2 plus 7 is 9. Are you guys with me? 5 plus 2 is 7, Abi. Now look at this one now. I already have 9 here. 9 plus 8, that's 17. So which one is the highest out of the three? The highest out of the three is 17. So I'm going to put 17 here, because that is it is the highest. When you are going forward part, you pick the highest, but when you are going backward part, you pick the lowest. So if you check now, this 2 plus 7 give us 9, this 5 plus 2 give us 7, then 9 plus 8 give us 17. So the highest of the three is what you are going to write, which is 17. Please, who does not understand this analysis? Or should I write it down for you? Let me write it. For CEF, there are 3 activities that collide. Collided. Therefore, the forward part will equal to the highest of the, will equal to the highest duration of the 3. Please don't mind my English. I'm not an English teacher, of the 3. So that is, we have 2 plus C. C will give us 2 plus what? C will give us 2 plus 7, Abi. C will give us 2 plus 7, which is equal to 9. Then F will give us 2. F will give us 5 plus 2. F is 5 plus 2, which is equal to what? 7. Then we have E will give us 8 plus 9. E will give us 8 plus 9, which is equal to 17. So this is the highest and should be selected. So I've done the analysis for you now. You can see that is the highest and you have to select it. So that's 17. Now you now move forward now. Let's move forward. 17 plus 6, that's 23. You put it here. Okay. Then 23 plus 7, that's 30. Okay, that is 30. So we are done with forward part, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of forward part. So if you want to do your backward part now, your backward part will start backward. So, but before backward part, I want to ask you guys, do you understand my English? Let me call people randomly. Who should I call here first of all? Professor Alaba. How is it, sir? I mean, Professor Alabi, Mr. Alabi, showing lordship. And get it, sir.
okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Fatima, is it clear? Fatima, is it clear?
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Damilola, is it clear? Damilola, is it clear? Okay, it seems this man don't sleep. Okay,
Yeah,
it's clear.
no, yes, it is. Yeah.
Uh, who again should I call? Who again should I call? Who is J? Oh, we have an intruder. Who is J? J should speak, but whether it is clear.
It
I
is
don't know.
clear, sir.
Okay, okay. So who else can I call? Joy Ebo Bufa. Is it clear? The forward part.
Yes, it is.
And you can do it on your own on Saturday, Abby. When you see it in a jumbo question, you can do it on your own, Abby.
I had to practice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Last
thank
person.
you.
Home form, is it clear? Home form, is it clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. So, oh yeah, let's unmute, let's mute. So thank you. So we have done forward part now. Now let's start the backward part. What is backward part? Backward part is our latest finish time, right? That means we want to move backward. When I say forward part is your earliest start time, and your backward part is your latest finish what? Time. So now, so here now, I'm going to your backward for the origin. When you are at the origin, EST must equal to LFT at the origin. Your EFT must equal to LFT at the origin. So I will just take this 30, put it here. Then you will now start working back. So now you are not adding here, you are minusing. You are going back to your destination. You are not adding, you are minusing. So I'm going to say 30 minus 7. That will give me 23 here. That will give me what? 23. Now, you know, I'm supposed to 23 minus what? 6. 23 minus 6. What is that giving me? That's giving me 17, Abby. 17. Okay, that's 17. So if I say 17 minus 8, what's that giving me? 17 minus 8, that gives me what? 9. Okay. Oh, that gives me 9. Sorry. 17 minus 8, that gives me what? 9. Okay, that gives me 9. 17 minus 8 gives me 9. Then another thing I can do is that, so I can also say 9 minus 4. That gives me what? 5. So you can walk back to your 0 with this now. So let's move on again here now. Here. So for this particular scenario too now, there is going to be an analysis that you need to do now. Okay, so the analysis that you're going to do here is this. This 5, I mean, just a minute. 17 minus 7 here too will give us 10. 17 minus 7 give us 10. What I'm trying to explain is that this 5 you have here now, it's not sacrosanct that you have 5. Do you know why? Because if you do 17 minus 2, it will give you 15. If you do 9 minus 4, it gives you 5. But okay, let me clean it. Let me clean it so I can explain it myself. Okay, let me clean it. Now, we need value for this one now. We need value for this particular cells here. You can see there are two activities that are supposed to be here. The first activity is that 9 minus 4 will give you 5. Second one is 17 minus 2 will give you what? 15. So are you supposed to write 15 on 5? Now, when you are doing backward part, whenever you have this kind of issue, under backward part, you pick the lower. But you know, under forward part, you pick the higher, Abi. So under backward part, it is the lower that we're going to pick. So which one is the lower? 17 minus 2, 15, or 9 minus 4, 5. 5 is the lower, so just pick 5. So that was what I did, but I felt I should just explain it to you guys again. Okay, that was what I did here to be before I could arrive at this. Okay, so that was what I did. Now, come to this point now. Here we have 5 minus 5 is equal to what? 0. Abi, 5 minus 5 is equal to what? 0. But if you do 10 minus 2, it will give you 8. But under backward part, it is the lower of the two that you need. So what is the lower of the two? The lower of the two is what? Is 0. So that was why I picked 0. But note that there is an invisible 15 here. Okay? You can notice somewhere there is an invisible 15. We might need it later. And here too, there is an invisible what? 8. We might need it later. So let's note it like that. We might need this 8 and 2 later. So that is for this. Guys, is this clear to everybody before I move on? So with this now, we have come to the end of the diagram. There is nothing much for you to do under the diagram. So the only thing that is left for you now is to now prepare the table. Please, any questions for me on the diagram? In fact, I'm so proud of myself for the diagram that I drew tonight. I love the way the diagrams came out. Unlike the last one, look at all the nonsense I drew last time. Just imagine the nonsense. So I think I'm going to clap for myself. You guys will clap for me. I did well better tonight. See all the nonsense we do. So you see, nonsense. But tonight's graph, tonight came out very well. I love it. So this one came out very well. Yeah. So let's now start our questions now. So I think it's better for me to draw a table. So let me insert a table so that we can quickly finish the table. I'm going to insert draw table. Okay. So the first one will show the activity. Activity, then you have your duration, activity duration. Okay. Then you do your earliest start time, earliest finish time, earliest start time, earliest finish time, latest start time, latest finish time. Then you later earliest start time, earliest finish time, latest start time, latest finish time. Then you have your slack. I think that should be, you have your slack. So do this. Okay, sorry, I'm drawing the table. Come. Okay, so we have the activity here, activity followed by duration. Okay, then followed by earliest start time, EST, then earliest finish time, AFT, then latest start time, latest finish time. Then we have slack. Slack is the last. So slack is the last. So you list out all your activity. We have activity A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Okay, these are the activity. A activities listed. Okay, activities is listed. Now you pick the duration for each of the activity. So just come to your question. It is the same question, just copy your duration. We have 257 48267. Let me see if I have 257 48267. I think, am I correct? Now, what is the earliest start time? That's the next question now. What is the earliest start time? Your earliest start time is what you have done here. So for activity A now, our earliest start time for activity A is 0. Okay. Now for activity B, the earliest start time is also 0. Then when you now come to activity C, the earliest start time for activity C is 2. Okay. Then for activity D, it is what? 5. Are you guys with me? It is value we have in the circle 5. So that means we have 0, 0, 2, 5. Let me cram those ones first. 0, 0, 2, 5. Now let's look at, oh yeah, I want somebody to call EF for me. Activity E and F. Who want to call it for me? Or should I call name randomly? Let me call name randomly. I don't want anybody to call it. Okay, Bukumi Badnos, can you give us the for activity E? Can you give us the earliest start time for activity E? Bukumi Badmos. Earliest start time for activity E. E. Are you with us? Okay, it's not talking. Ben, give us earliest. Okay, you call it. Thank you. You said 9. So that 9 is correct. That 9 is correct. Ben, give us for activity F. What is the earliest start time for activity F, Ben? What's the earliest start time for activity F, Ben? Give me. Ben. F. Earliest start time for activity F. Okay, if Ben is not speaking, let me ask Toby. Toby, activity F. What is our earliest start time for activity F, Toby?
5.
Thank you. Okay. I'm not calling anything again. G and H. Who is giving us for G? Let me call my Ogaza. Yeah, I can't call my Ogaza. Yomi, give us for G. Yomi, give us for G. What's the earliest start time for activity G? G, earliest start time for activity G. Yomi? Yomi, oh yeah. If Yomi is not speaking, Perpetua, give us for activity G. Perpetua, give us for activity G. Earliest start time for activity G.
Activity G,
Mm.
the earliest start time is 17.
Thank you. So, can anyone just give me age? Okay, Japheth, yeah. Give me for age. What's the earliest start time for activity age?
H is 23.
23.
It should be 23. Yeah.
Not it should be. Let me give you guys a formula now. Let me give you guys a sheet code now. A sheet code now. So let me give you guys a sheet code. So your duration is as per the question. Pick it. Anything you are giving in the question. Earliest start time as per the table. Earliest finish time is equal to earliest start time plus duration. Okay. Then latest finish time is as per the table. So once your table, is it as per the table, or let me say as per the diagram? Sorry, as per the diagram. This is the sheet code as per the diagram. Then your latest finish time. Then no, latest start time. Sorry, latest start time. Then last one is, can somebody guess latest finish time for me? Anybody want to guess? It's equal to latest start time plus duration. That's all. You can see that EE, we have two E you are going to do. One E is, I'm not teaching you to cram, but I'm just giving you guys a sheet code. Your first E is your start time. Your start time is as per your table. Your finish time is whatever you have in your start time. Then you now add the durations to it. It gives you your finish time. Then your LST, latest start time, whatever you have in the table, plus duration will give you your latest finish time. Simple. Then if you have to calculate your slack is simply your LST. No, it's slack LST or NFT. It's LST minus EST. That's your slack. So this your LST you have here. Just subtract it from EST. So this is the sheet code. Everything you need to know about the table. So, but just know that your earliest start time is as per diagram. Earliest finish time is your whatever you have as your earliest start time plus your duration. While your latest start time is your as per diagram. Then latest finish time is whatever is your start plus your what duration. So now, if I want to calculate my EFT now, if I want to calculate earliest finish time, so I will just add up, Abby. This will be 2, this will be 5, this will be 9, This will be 9. This will be what? 17. This will be what? 7. And this will be what? 23. And this will be 30. Any questions for me so far on this? Do you guys find it easy or is it still complicated for now?
Kazim, I think that
Yes, sir.
LF is as per diagram. LFT.
LFT, Abi. Is that not
Yes,
what I
that's
wrote?
Oh no.
No. I know LFT is not as per. Are you sure? LFT.
Yes, I think LFT is as per diagram.
LFT. LFT. Latest finish. Okay, LFT is as per diagram. The LST is this, Abi.
Yes, LFT minus duration.
LFT minus
Okay,
duration.
LFT, and it will be minus. Is it minus or plus?
Minus duration.
No, it is
Okay,
LFT
minus
duration.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for the correction. So I've also learned new thing. When I was actually decoding it, I actually learned this thing in just 10-15 minutes this evening. When I was decoding it, I thought it is plus. So I was in a hurry to just thank you so much. So now, so we can calculate our LFT now, Abi. We can calculate our LFT. Oh, it's true. LFT is as per diagram because that's what we got. Now, for activity A, your LFT is not going to be 0 because there is one invisible 8 here. It is this 8 you will pick for activity A. Okay? Your activity A will be 8. So LFT for activity A is 8. Then who can give me the LFT for activity B? Anybody? LFT for who have T? Is there somebody I've not? Activity.
50.
No, LFT for activity B. Latest finish time for activity B is what?
0.
Thank you. Then what is for activity C? Latest finish time for activity C. What is the latest finish time for activity C?
17.
C is 17. No, are you sure it is 17? Activity C, it can be.
I think the B is 5. Oh.
No, B is 0.
LFT, not LST.
Time. No, what are we calculating, sir? Sorry. Not LST. Oh, LFT. Yeah. LFT. No, there is an error. I was calculating LFT actually. Let's start again. LFT. That's the latest time.
10. For LFT for A is 10.
For A, okay, it is the activity. It is the activity that we end it here. Abi. So, hold on now. A end at 10, Abi. Then B we end at 5. Do you get it? C end at 17. It is the activity that ended that you can see. The beginning of a tale signify the commencement of an activity, Abi, while the end of the tale signify the conclusion of an activity. So if you want to determine LFT for A, you will trace that A arrow to the end, Abi. It is that LFT that you pick. So if you trace this A arrow to the end, the LFT is 10. T is EST. Please, do you get it now? If you trace this A arrow to the end, the LFT you see there is 10. Then for B, if you trace B arrow to the end, what you will see is what? Is 5. Then for C, if you trace C arrow to the end, what you see is what? 17. So who can give me for D? What's going to be the LFT for D?
For D, 9.
Then what about E?
17.
17.
What about G?
23.
Then what about H?
30.
I love the fact that we are making mistakes and we are correcting ourselves now. I love that fact. Let's continue to make our mistakes and correct ourselves. It's better than making the mistakes in the class. Please, you can see me too. I'm not perfect too. I'm also missing it. But as I'm making the mistake, I am also remembering and I am correcting myself immediately. So I love that fact. That shows that it's not a one-way class. So what's going to be your LST now? Your LST will now be your LFT minus what? Duration. So your LST is going to be 8 for this one. This one will be what? 0. This will be 10. Then this will be what? 5. I'm subtracting this from duration on there. This one will be what? I think it will be 9, Abby. 9.
Yes.
Then this one will be what? 15. Then this
15.
one will be 17. And this one will be what?
23.
23. Yeah, that's it. So what's your slack? Your slack is your LST minus EST. So what is the slack? LST minus EST. So this one will be 8.
8.
Abby. This one will be what?
0.
This will be
8.
8. This will be 0. This will be 0. This will be 10. This will be
0.
what? 0. Then this
And
will be
0.
what? So that is the end of the table. So this is the table now. So what is mean is that whenever you have a slack time, I think that is where you can avoid to slow down, right? Is that how you explain it? That whenever you have a 0 slack time, that means you don't have time at all. You like here now, you have a free time of 8 hours here under activity A. You have some excess time, but activity B, you don't even have any excess time. You must complete it as per schedule. If you delay activity B, your project will be delayed. For activity C, you have a free time here too. Activity D, you don't have any free time at all. If you delay activity D, it can collapse that project. Same with activity E, you don't have any free time. No free time here. If you delay activity E, it will affect your project. Activity F, you have some free time. G and H, your slack is 0, meaning you don't have time. You must not delay. If it is to do the block work for 10 days, that block work must be done in 10 days. They must not move it to 11 days. So anyone that has 0 slack time, those are the critical activities that you cannot afford to delay any 1 minute. You can't delay it. But the one that have free time mean you still have time. You can delay for that number of days and it will not affect your project. If you delay it, it will not affect your project. That is why you have the free time. But wherever you have 0, that means it will not affect it. So that's for this, right? So can we discuss the project caching also, or we should just stop here for tonight? What do you guys think? It taught us project caching also. So let's discuss project caching. Project caching. I mean, crashing. Project crashing. So what is known as a project crashing? So project crashing is the process of reducing duration by paying additional funds. So here you want to use money to finish the project on time. You say, yeah, boys, how many days do you want to use for this concrete work? Oga, it will take us 10 days. Oh yeah, what if I increase your incentive? Can you do it for me in 8 days? So that is what project crashing. So this is the process of reducing the duration of the project by paying additional fund. So when you pay extra money to get your job done, that is what's called project crashing. So the formula crash cost analysis, the formula is this. For your crash cost analysis, the formula is what? Is your current crash cost minus current is your current crash cost minus normal cost. Okay, minus normal cost divided by normal time minus crash time minus crash time. So we now it will draw a table for us. So it gave us a figure. Let's repeat what he taught us in the class so that when I'm doing my revision on Friday, it will be easy for us to do. So okay, now so note that you can only do your crashing for your critical part. So anywhere that you don't have critical part, you can't do any crashing. If there is no critical patch, just forget it. Now, look at the question. Okay, this is duration. Okay. Then we have this is your normal cost. You have your normal cost here. So this is your normal cost. Then he gave us the crash time too. Crash time. So your normal cost is 200 naira. This one is 350. This one is 300. This one is 400. This one is 250. This one is 400. This one is 280. And this one is 350. So now, your critical part is what? What are the critical parts? Let's go back to it. Our critical part is B, D, E, G, H. That means for A, C, A and C, A, C, ACF, we cannot do any crashing for ACF because it's not a critical part. A, you put dash. C, you put dash. F, you cannot crash it because it's not a critical something. So for these ones now, just put 0, 0, 0. Your crash cost. CC is crash cost. It will be 0. Then this will be your crash cost. This will be your crash cost analysis. Okay, so for the critical something now, just put 0 because nothing can be done there. Once it is what? Once you can't do anything for all these critical parts. So it's only this one that you can analyze. So it gave us year 3. It's ordinarily supposed to give us a standard question, but it just wrote this one for us on the board. 4, 4. So then you now gave us that, okay, if this one is 3, it now gave us the crash cost that, okay, here we want to pay 600. Before, we are paying 350 here. So because of this, we want to pay 600, right? All these ones are what E formulated in the class. Here, instead of paying 440, we said we can pay them 550. Here, instead of paying 250, we said we can pay them how much? 500. Here, instead of paying them 280, we pay them 450 if they can crash it for us. Here, 600. Now, see, we want them to reduce 5 hours to 3 hours. And we say we'll pay them 600 naira. If you can reduce your 5 hours to 3 hours, we'll pay 600 naira. Before, we were supposed to pay 350, but we say, okay, reduce it, I will pay you more. Here too, we say, okay, reduce 4 hours to 2 hours, I will pay you 550. But before it was what? 400. Here we say, reduce 8 hours to 5 hours, I will pay you what? 500 naira. Before we're supposed to, so you can see the decision we are taking. Now, how do you calculate this now? So how you calculate it is that you will say 600 minus 350, okay, everything you have here, divided by what? 5 minus what? Minus 3. So what do you have as the answer? This is your crash cost. So I think it should be 125. Okay, then you do it for this ones too. This one will be 550 minus what? 400, like this. Okay, then you have your 4 minus 2. Okay, so what do you have? This is 75, Abby. So this is basically our crash cost. Then we do for these ones too. Here will be 500 minus 250. Okay, then you now say 8 minus 5, Abby. 8 minus 5. So this is, what is our crash cost here? 83.33, Abby. Then, right, am I correct? So this one is 450 minus 280, okay, divided by 6 minus 2, okay. Then this one should be 85. Then here, the last one here, we have 600 minus 350, okay, divided by 7 minus 4. So this one should give us how much? 83.33. So
This G is 6 minus 4.
6 minus 4.
G.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, this. So this is what we did the total. This was where we stopped in the class, right?
for the crash course analysis. So just understand the formula. Most of these figures he gave us, I mean, it wasn't in the question, just wrote them for us. So this is just for me narrating how this was solved for us in the class. So any questions, please? Any question? So let me stop the recording now so that I can easily download it and share it with us. So this is just the end of what we were taught in the class. So what I'm planning to do is that on